Have you ever wondered where the largest primate on Earth makes its home? Well, let's embark on a journey to equatorial Africa, the natural habitat of the mighty gorillas. The gorilla family is divided into two main species, the eastern and the western gorillas. Each of these species has its distinct subspecies and unique habitats. The eastern gorillas, the larger of the two, are found in the mountainous forests of east-central Africa. They have two subspecies: the mountain gorillas, who inhabit the volcanic slopes of Rwanda, Uganda, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, and the eastern lowland gorillas, found in the lowland tropical rainforests of the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. On the other side, we have the western gorillas, who reside in the lowland swamps and montane forests of western Central Africa. They also have two subspecies: the western lowland gorillas, who inhabit the lowland rainforests from southern Cameroon to the Congo River, and the cross-river gorillas, found in the cross-river region of Nigeria and Cameroon. The gorillas' habitats are as diverse and varied as their subspecies. From the misty mountain forests to the dense lowland swamps, they have adapted over time to thrive in these contrasting environments. But it's not just the landscapes that differ. The climate, vegetation, and even the challenges faced by these gorillas vary significantly depending on their location. What kind of threats could possibly endanger the largest primate on Earth? You might wonder. Despite their size and strength, gorillas face a litany of challenges, chief among them being poaching. These gentle giants are hunted mercilessly for their meat and body parts, a practice that has put them on the brink of extinction. But the threats don't stop there. Habitat loss is another significant challenge. As human activities expand into gorillas' natural habitats, these creatures are losing their homes. Forests are being cleared for agriculture, logging, and human settlement, leaving gorillas with nowhere to go. The destruction of their habitats not only displaces them, but also fragments their populations, making it harder for them to find mates and reproduce. Disease is yet another threat. Gorillas share a significant amount of their genetic makeup with humans, meaning they are susceptible to many of the same diseases we are. Illnesses like Ebola have been particularly devastating, wiping out entire gorilla populations. And then there's the impact of climate change. Changes in temperature and rainfall patterns can alter the distribution and availability of food, making survival even more challenging for these creatures. The western gorillas number around 16,000 in the wild, while the eastern gorillas are estimated at a mere 5,000. Now that we know where they live and the threats they face, what makes gorillas so unique? Gorillas, the largest of the primates, are known for their impressive physicality. Males can weigh up to a staggering 500 pounds, making them a force to be reckoned with in the animal kingdom. But it's not just their size that's noteworthy. Their longevity is also quite remarkable. On average, gorillas can live between 35 and 40 years, an impressive lifespan for such a large mammal. But what's truly fascinating about gorillas is their genetic similarity to us, humans. With a DNA match ranging from 95 to 98%, we share more in common with gorillas than we might initially think. This close genetic relationship is reflected in many of their behaviors and characteristics that are strikingly human-like. Each species and subspecies of gorillas comes with its own unique set of characteristics. Their physical characteristics are as diverse as the habitats they live in. Some have longer hair, others have broader chests, and the dominant males, known as silverbacks, even have a distinctive patch of silver hair on their backs, hence the name. But how do gorillas spend their day? What are their behaviors like? Gorillas are creatures of routine, with their activities primarily confined to the daylight hours. Their day typically begins with a breakfast, followed by a period of rest and then more feeding in the afternoon before retiring to the safety of their nests at dusk. Their lives are rooted in their terrestrial nature. Unlike their primate cousins, the monkeys, who spend a lot of their time in trees, gorillas are most often found on the ground. This is not to say they can't climb, young ones and females often do, but the sheer size of the adult males makes arboreal escapades a bit more challenging. Now let's dive a bit into their social structure. Gorillas live in close-knit family groups or troops led by a dominant male known as the silverback. The silverback is the center of the troop's life, making all the decisions, mediating conflicts, determining the movements of the group, leading the others to feeding sites, and taking responsibility for the safety and well-being of the troop. Communication within the troop is a complex affair. Gorillas employ a variety of vocalizations and physical displays to communicate with each other. Soft grunts and purrs can indicate contentment, while roars and screams are used in situations of distress or conflict. They also use body language and facial expressions to communicate, like standing on their legs, beating their chests, or even giving what can only be described as a hard stare to assert dominance or to express anger. But their intelligence goes beyond just communication. Gorillas have shown problem-solving abilities and a degree of self-awareness. They use tools in their natural environment to perform tasks such as obtaining food or water, and they have been observed using basic sign language in captivity. What fuels these massive creatures? And how do they ensure the survival of their species? Let's delve into the diet and reproduction of gorillas. Despite their imposing stature, gorillas are primarily herbivores. Their diet is largely composed of vegetation, including leaves, stems, fruits, and occasionally, small insects. This plant-based diet provides them with the necessary energy and nutrients to maintain their size and strength. Interestingly, gorillas have been known to consume over 200 different plant species, demonstrating their adaptability in diverse environments. As with humans, a balanced diet is key to maintaining the health and vitality of the gorillas, which in turn is necessary for successful reproduction. And speaking of reproduction, gorillas have a unique reproductive cycle. Unlike many animals that mate seasonally, gorillas breed throughout the year. However, a female gorilla typically only gives birth every 4 years, providing ample time to raise and care for her offspring before the next one arrives. The gestation period for gorillas is approximately 8.5 months. After birth, gorilla infants are entirely dependent on their mothers for the first few months of life, creating a strong mother-infant bond that is crucial for the survival and development of the young gorilla. So what have we learned about gorillas today? We've journeyed through the equatorial forests of Africa, discovering the habitats of these majestic creatures. We've seen how their environments face threats from habitat destruction, hunting, and the bushmeat trade, which have led to their critical, endangered status. We've observed their incredible characteristics. As the largest primates, they can weigh up to 230 kilograms, led by the dominant silverbacks. They've shown us their quiet nature and complex communication, their problem-solving abilities, and limited self-awareness. We've watched their daily activities, from their terrestrial explorations to their vegetarian diet. We've learnt about their reproduction cycle, breeding every 4 years with a gestation period of about 8.5 months. And through all this, we've seen the importance of conservation efforts. These efforts are the lifeline for gorillas, safeguarding their habitats and ensuring their survival. As we continue to learn more about gorillas, we can better appreciate their importance in our world and the need to protect them